Rik the Mouse. Rik is a charming little mouse who even manages to live in harmony with the quarrelsome cats of the neighborhood. However, today, Rik is worried. The homeowner has built a concrete wall where Rik's cozy nest used to be, blocking his access to the basement where he would usually gather food. With his bag packed, Rik sets out on a journey. Gruz, a streetwise neighborhood cat, notices him and smirks. "Where are you off to, Rik? Are you upset we're not teasing you anymore? To be honest, we've grown tired of your scent, so we decided to leave you alone. But if you want trouble, just say the word," Gruz joked, trying to lighten Rik's mood. But Rik wasn't in the mood for jokes. "I have nowhere to live," Rik replied. "I must leave this neighborhood. I'm very sad. I don't know where to go, what awaits me, and I'll miss everything about this place." Gruz lowered his head, feeling sorry for his friend. "I'm sorry to hear that, Rik," he said. "I would suggest staying with your cousin in the sewers, but even he leaves during the winter because the sewers flood. I don't know of any other place. This neighborhood is just tall buildings and a cheese shop, that shop you're walking away from. If you'd like, I can accompany you until we find somewhere for you to stay tonight." And so, Rik and Gruz, a mouse and a cat, set off together to find Rik a new home. They passed through the busy city streets filled with cars and traffic, leaving behind tall buildings and heading toward a poorer part of town with small, low houses. There, they saw some chickens chasing away a cat who was eyeing their chicks hungrily. Gruz was a city cat, used to scavenging for food in trash bins or receiving the occasional sausage from kind humans. He had never hunted or attacked other animals. In fact, he had become such good friends with Rik that he wouldn't let any other cat harm or disrespect his little mouse companion. This predatory behavior from the unfamiliar cat did not sit well with Gruz. "Why don't you go to the trash bin?" Gruz barked at the aggressive cat. "Why bother with trash when I can feast on fresh birds?" the other cat retorted smugly. "Have you ever tasted fresh, clean meat, not from a garbage can?" he continued, circling Rik menacingly. Rik, now terrified, prepared to defend himself with his bag if necessary. But Gruz stepped in front of his friend and growled at the rude cat. "No one touches my friend. Forget any bad ideas you might have," he warned. The chickens, amazed by Gruz's bravery, gathered their chicks under their wings and approached the two companions with curiosity. "Are you lost?" the chickens asked. "No, we're just looking for a home for Rik," Gruz explained. "There's no place for you here," the rude cat sneered. "But for you, little mouse, I could make room in my stomach." The chickens and Gruz prepared to attack the foolish cat, but Rik calmed them down. "My dear friend," Rik addressed the hungry cat, "I understand you're hungry, but you know you wouldn't really eat me, you'd just kill me and waste your effort. So why bother? Isn't it better to do something that helps you survive? Why harass the chicks? You're a house cat. Isn't it more sensible to eat what your owner provides instead of risking punishment after eating a chick?" As Rik finished his speech, the homeowner indeed appeared, holding a heavy slipper, ready to chase the cat away. Seeing this, the rude cat backed off. Rik, Gruz, and the now repentant cat shared a meal from the trash bin and introduced themselves. The neighborhood cat revealed his name was Kimmy. "You taught me a good lesson today, little mouse," Kimmy admitted. "Let me repay you by finding you a place to sleep. I'll take you to Clodita's house. She's a kind 7-year-old girl who secretly keeps mice as pets to protect them from her parents." Kimmy led the group to a small house with a red roof. In the garden, Clodita, spotting the visitors, ran out to meet them. "Don't touch the mouse," she shouted. But seeing that Rik was unafraid of his companions, she realized Kimmy had brought a new friend. Clodita petted the cats and gently picked up Rik, hiding him under her sweater to take him inside. There, Rik was reunited with his cousin Campin and other mice friends. They shared stories of Clodita's kindness and how safe they felt under her care. Rik had finally found a new home. Meanwhile, Gruz and Kimmy returned to Gruz's neighborhood, where they were invited to a feast at a trash bin near a luxury residence. Seeing the abundance of food, Kimmy decided he would no longer hunt other creatures and would stick to scavenged or prepared food.
From that day on, the two cats often visited Rik, sharing tales of their adventures. Moral of the story: change is hard, but it often brings new friends, valuable lessons, and beautiful experiences.